Dear students, this will be the second part of the lecture 1, class 1 of Bio 3 to 5. I hope you remember where we finished in the first part of it, course blog and course YouTube channel. This is the next part that we are going to talk about. Now we are going to talk about the course contents and the weekly breakup. So how we are going to carry on with the course. Introduction to the course, like we are doing right now, review of previous knowledge. I'll have to make a session, maybe a chat session, maybe an online session on Zoom with you to discuss that how much previous knowledge you do have about this course. Then we have the central themes of in physiology. That is, there are 5 central themes around which the whole of the knowledge of physiology revolves. We'll talk about those themes. Then, what are the levels of organization in organ systems in the body? Like it's quite simple, but we'll talk about it with an example from physiology. Like molecules make cells, molecules make macromolecules, macromolecules make organelles, organelles make cells, cells make tissues, and so on. So these levels we are going to talk about with one example from, or maybe more examples from physiology. Then next week we are going to talk about cell physiology and membrane permeability, how cell physiology works, because what happened that our body consists of cells. So this is very important to study about the physiology of the cell and membrane permeability. So we'll talk about that. In third week, we are going to talk about homeostasis, the temperature regulation in the human body. Homeostasis is of course a larger phenomenon. Homeostasis means the consistency of internal environment in the human body or any other living body, particularly animals. We'll talk about particularly homeostasis and temperature regulation in human body. So this is very important topic, but of course we are taking it as an example of homeostasis. So we'll restrict to that. Then physiology of nutrition and digestion. We'll continue with physiology of nutrition and digestion, how different nutritive sources, the foods are taken up by the human body, or they are analyzed by the human body by instinct and then by training, and then how they are digested inside the body. We'll talk about all the mechanisms involved and briefly also about the structures. Then physiology of circulation in human body, how different fluids, nutrition, excretion, respiratory fluids, the gases, how they are actually circulating in the human body. So this is sometimes also called cardiovascular system, because in the case of humans, it is basically heart and the vessels which are performing the task. But I say circulation because circulation includes the same thing, the cardiovascular. So heart and vessels we are going to talk about in this topic. Then physiology of respiratory system, how respiratory system works in human beings, how lungs work, how its associated tubal system works, and how the whole pathway works. We'll also talk about that, and briefly, of course, we'll cover up their structure and we relate the structure to their functions. Then physiology of excretory system, just like that, next class. And after that, we'll talk about an integration of physiological system and clinical aspect. How all of these systems, of course, at the same time, our nervous system is working, our heart is working, our lungs are working. We are also taking some food, and maybe if we have eaten food a few hours ago, it's still digesting, in the process of digestion, in the process of absorption, and so on and so on. So many systems are working together. How these are integrated so that the human body can function as a complete unit, this is very important part of it, and also the clinical aspects. Now, how these systems, if any dysfunction will happen, for example, how it will affect the other systems, and how this will cause what we call a disease. So what are the clinical aspects of this integration? We'll talk about. And you will have midterm exam. in about approximately ninth week. It may be up or down according to the policy of the university. Then we'll also talk about physiology of the nervous system, resting and action potentials. What's the resting potential? What's the action potential? What are the neurotransmitter, the synaptic transmission? Then modulation nervous system, sensory system. How actually the body coordinate with the external environment, and also how body coordinate for this integration that we have talked about here. How human body actually, or nervous system, respond to those uh, different types of situations which are arising in the human body or around it, that is in its environment, and how body is actually analyzing that whole information. It all happens in the nervous system. And how nervous system function, it function based upon the resting and action potential, because what happened that there's a potential difference in the across the cell membrane of the neurons, the nerve cells, and that potential difference changes when there is something which is active, and based upon that the whole nervous system physiology revolves. Then there are neurotransmitters which are transmitting message from one cell to another cell in nervous system. We are going to talk about those two. And synaptic transmission, because this is expected that you already have studied biology, you should have an idea of synaptic transmission, how the synapses they are working. Here we will elaborate those to another. Then we are going to talk about modulation in nervous system, how nervous system modify itself to deal with different types of situations. For example, the memory and learning, how memory works, how learning works. We'll talk about this. In the sensory systems, how different types of senses they are going to work. Like for example, eyes, how they are responding to light, ears, how they are responding to waves in the sound waves basically, how different other systems are working. We'll talk about modulation. So in sensory systems. Next part is endocrine system, which is called sometimes also called the second master. First master being nervous system, second master is the endocrine system. Like the system that produces hormones. It consists of various endocrine organs, including thyroid gland, for example, the most famous one. Then the adrenal gland. There are many more glands inside the body. They are actually producing the chemical compounds in the body called hormones. And those hormones actually regulate different matters inside the body. So we'll talk about that and briefly about their clinical aspects as well. Then what's the mechanism of contractile machinery of animals and movement? The muscles and movement, how they function. We'll talk about. Then I'm keeping the for a discussion or for some article study. I'm taking the endocrine system as an example, because we have a huge a number of hormones, and all those are involved in different regulation of different systems. Well, in the last 2 weeks, which are actually meant for discussion, we are doing all the main discussion, or we are taking as an example of discussion. Um, in that example, we'll talk about endocrine system, articles related to that, and how people are studying and what people are studying about endocrine system current days. We are going to talk about this, and then last week is for review of the course and discussion. We'll review the whole course, how it has gone, what you have learned. We'll do the discussion. After that, there will be final exam, and this is suggested that most probably yet it is decided this is on campus. Then the course evaluation, as we are not having a lab for this course, so we are going to talk about we are going to evaluate it in a different way. Final examination is 30%, midterm is 20%, quizzes will be 10%, class performance will be another 10%, and assignments will be 20%. Then the graded discussion board will be a 10. Library resources, soft copy of chapter readings in email and handouts will be there on the Moodle. I'll provide you soft copy of chapter readings from Guyton, and you can access the other books which are recommended, maybe more, your choice. You should learn the concepts, so it's your choice to use the book, but Guyton I suggest that you read it. Then policy for students who are having limited internet access. As you know that I am already recording the lectures and I'm providing these on YouTube, so most of the students can easily access those online. So all the activities are also online. Now you have to submit those online. If you need extra time to send back your work for assessment, like if there's an internet problem or so, I can extend deadlines. There's no big issue in that. Then a few important course policies. Moodle will be used throughout the course for all kinds of communication. Also your email address, official email ID. Attendance will be recorded on campus and online sessions, and also the discussion forum participation is also included as attendance. You are expected to submit your projects, your assignments, presentations if required, all on time, and all will be on as a soft copy. No hard copies will be accepted. All soft copies you have to submit. All communication of this course will be through your official email ID and also on Empower or Moodle. So your official email ID should be active and your Moodle should be active. You should have both. Please arrange that you can have. Sorry, this is a mistake. I'll correct this. There are no lab rules because we do not have lab for this. Then plagiarism and cheating. Please follow your student handbook for the plagiarism policy, the cheating policy. Cheating and plagiarism will not be accepted because there are ethical concerns. If you're using someone else's work, it's their right that you quote them, and you do not use generally, except for a particular circumstance like a definition or so, their exact words. So, if you're copying, it's also affecting your creativity, and it's also affect your learning. You cannot learn if you are actually simply cheating and plagiarizing. So I suggest. I will say that I'll strongly say that plagiarism and cheating will not be accepted. Thank you very much. This is about course outline and first part of it. In next part, we will start with the lecture, the class, the course content. We will talk about central themes in physiology in the next class, next lecture video. Thank you.